Well, trial lawyer Andrea Lewis joins us now from West Palm Beach, Florida. She has vast experience prosecuting sexual abuse crimes, and her firm has brought cases on behalf of Epstein's victims. Andrea, just to start, what do you make of this transfer, the news that Caitlin broke here, to a minimum security prison camp in Texas? What's it supposed to accomplish?
Well, that's anyone's guess. And I think you just hit the nail on the head, Phil. The fact that we are questioning this, the fact that the public doesn't know what the purpose of the transfer was for, the fact that the victims' families aren't clear about what the purpose of this transfer was, that all goes back to the root of the problem since day one in this whole saga, which is a complete lack of transparency. And it is that lack of transparency that has been the problem, and it will continue to be the problem. What we need to do here is we know something very bad happened. Bring it to light. Let's hold the bad actors accountable, and let's just be honest with the general public.
To that point, I want to play, Caitlin mentioned her interview last night with Virginia Jeffrey's family. I want to play some sound from that. Take a listen.
Do you think your sister would have wanted this information out there?
I think one of the last months that she was with us, we had a conversation about that. And still to the day that we lost her, she was still fighting for those documents to be released. They are sitting in our court system right now. She wanted the world to know what they've done to her and so many other survivors. And she had been fighting that to her very last day.
Andrea, your points about transparency certainly understood, I think embraced by a lot of people. You've worked with sexual abuse survivors. Do you think that most victims would also rather have all that information out there right now?
Absolutely. And so here's the thing, and this is well documented. When sexual abuse survivors, when their trauma is not acknowledged, when their trauma is in any way covered up or not acknowledged as being as significant that it is, that actually re-traumatizes them. So the fact that everybody has brushed this under the rug intentionally at their expense, and in some circumstances actually said, you're lying. We don't believe you. We're not going to prosecute on your behalf. That in and of itself is traumatizing. And so for a moment, right, the world knew all of the wrong that Jeffrey Epstein and his cohorts had done for so long. And everything looked like we were finally going to get some sunshine on this darkness. And then now circumstances like this come around and it doesn't seem like much has changed at all.
It's a really great point. The House Oversight Committee subpoenaed Maxwell to sit for a deposition, which Maxwell's attorney said was a non-starter if they don't get immunity. Now, the committee rejected that request today, but did agree to delay the deposition until after the Supreme Court weighs in on her pending appeal. What do you make of kind of the back and forth, this new development here?
Well, what are they hoping to gain out of this? And why would anyone be negotiating with her after what we know that she's done? One of the other things that she asked for, Phil, which is just unheard of, is a list of the questions that she's going to be asked ahead of time. Why would anyone ever afford a convicted felon that in these circumstances? It's completely absurd. What they should be doing is going and getting these records, releasing the records that have been kept quiet or kept, behind lock and seal for so long. And so everybody knows what happened, not only for the victims, but also to hold the other perpetrators accountable.
Just real quick before I let you go, do you have hope that that will actually happen? Do you believe that's a possibility here?
There's been so many promises made by various politicians. And so we've seen the outcry from everyone across the country that really wants that to happen. So for a moment, it seemed like there was a possibility. And I think most people would agree that has quickly slipped away. And I think the likelihood is very slim.
Yeah, still a lot more questions than answers. Andrea Lewis, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.